Okay, why the whole 4-hour workday thing is a bunch of bullshit. There's these guys like Dan Coe and Cal Newport and all these guys who really hype up like deep work. Now, don't get me wrong, deep work is good. And there's certain things you can get from these ideas, like how do you optimize your schedule, how do you optimize your focus? I mean, I'm out here in my shed because I have a baby, in our house, and he'll cry sometimes, and it'll pull me out of the workflow. So it's like, I see what they're saying, but here's the way bigger thing. And some of you will like this, some of you will react to this. Is like, if you're looking to optimize your life based on how you can work as little as possible, you don't have a big enough purpose. Like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Because if you're so focused on like, I just need to feel like I'm not working and I need to not feel that pressure and it's like, your purpose is way too small. Like, we're living in a very pivotal time right now where a lot of shit's going sideways and there is mass brainwashing happening. This woke culture is getting out of hand. There's, kids right now are going to school for 8 hours a day being indoctrinated into a bunch of bullshit. And right now we like the idea more of, how can I just work 4 hours a day and just be a creative and all that? Instead of looking at like, how the fuck do we build an army of people who are educators for the world and teach people how to actually step up and take responsibility for their lives? And how do you learn how to go front lines and talk to people and get off your damn computer and go face to face, eye to eye with someone and actually meet with them and support them? Like, my wife and I were hosting an event today for probably 16 people coming out to our house. There'll be kids there, families, everything. And my goal is not, how can I just do 4 hours of work only? And I hope it doesn't get too intense. It's like, my goal is, how do I support these people to level up in their lives, take more responsibility, and build local community? Like, that's what I'm focused on. Whether it takes me 4 hours or 12 hours or 18 hours, I don't care. But these people, again, like Dan Coe and them, are preying on the fact that guys have become really fucking weak and really don't want to work hard. But it's like, come on. Like men have become so feminized. And then you want to just do like attraction marketing and just write a good blog post and have people come to you and then they buy your low ticket offer and your high ticket consulting and all that bullshit. And it's like, look, I make videos for a reason. I know it does get people, but I also go out on the front lines and we go direct. It's like you go out hunting. And I have a team right now of guys that are out at a local farmer's market going in and getting families to sign up for reading assessments because kids are falling behind and kids can't fucking read. So if you're so focused on your blog posts and stuff and you want longevity to your business, well, when you're 5 years from now, none of these kids can even read it. And they're gonna be like, you aren't woke and you don't have a I support Ukraine thing in your banner. And so, I'm not, it's like, you're not even gonna rank on the algorithm. So it's like, there's a way bigger game being played and you gotta wake up to that. And so I have one team that's out there at farmers markets. I have another team out door knocking today. And then we have our team also on the East Coast who's also out door knocking. It's like, that's really being a man. That's really building business. So this whole 4-hour thing is such bullshit because you're just preying on the fact that people hate to fucking work. But the only reason you hate to work is because you've gone through a system that's educated you to just want to be an employee, and then people react to that. So they want to be an entrepreneur and build a business. And then you have this lifestyle business. What do you mean lifestyle business? Like, I get the appeal, and I also do build a lifestyle that I love. And like, you can't really see that it's raining right now, but you can see through there. It's like, we got 10 acres of land, we got chickens and stuff. Like, if you could see way out there, I don't think you can see from the angle, but we have like 25 chickens and like, I take care of them and we eat the eggs and stuff. And it's cool. And like, I hang out with my wife and I make time for my son and I make time for local community. And last night I watched a documentary for an hour and it was fun. But that's not my focus. My focus is on changing the system. My focus is on realizing the fact that kids right now are being indoctrinated to care more about what gender they are, or if they think they're a fucking animal, like a furry or whatever, which is a thing. It's a fucking thing. It's crazy, but it's a thing. And these kids now are thinking that that's more important than figuring out like, how do we actually solve real issues in the world, like making sure no child goes to bed hungry, or that we can guarantee that everyone has clean water, or that everyone has an effective vocabulary so they can actually read. So they aren't just brainwashed into a bunch of bullshit and they can actually reason for themselves. That's what I focus on all the time. And my goal is not, how do I work as little as possible and feel good and feel creative and all this airy-fairy bullshit? It's like, no, how do I just get really good at communicating to people and helping empower other people to do the same so they can make a lot of money being teachers of how we can change the world? Educators is the answer. It's the solution. There's a way bigger purpose for your life. And if you're not careful, you'll get duped into this trap of looking at, how do I minimize how much work I can do so I can just feel really fucking good? When deep down, you're literally just feeding the same system. It's like, man, I'll probably get censored for saying this, but there's a documentary called Plandemic 3, The Great Awakening. You should check it out. It's really good. And it's like, there is such a giant fucking push right now in our governments all around the world to go towards a more totalitarian government. And it's under the guise of Build Back Better and all this stuff. And right now, when you're there sitting at home looking at, how do I just write a blog post and get a bunch of traffic from it and sell them on my offer? Or how do I sell Airbnbs? Or how do I sell solar or whatever? You're literally feeding that fucking agenda. And if you're not careful and you want to have kids one day, your kids are going to fucking inherit hell on earth until me and my team and the people that I work with sort it out. And I guess you maybe thank us later. Or you can join us, become a real man, or if you're a woman watching this, become a woman of purpose, let's say. Be a real man, learn how to provide, learn how to take care of the world, learn how to be a community leader. That's what I'm doing. That's what I focus on. You should join Self-Perfected. Talk about this stuff all the time. We had an awesome hangout last night. We had 90 some people on there with their kids. How cool is that? And these are all people who have realized, yeah, we need to not just protect our freedoms, but increase our common sense so people can actually wake up to what's going on. So there's some food for thought for you today.